Hey guys, this is Jessmosis, and I'm here today to talk about my fish tank. Um, I've been keeping fish. I really haven't made any videos yet, but I've been keeping fish for about a little over a year now. I've owned a 5-gallon tank with a beta in it, and I just really enjoyed it. So I went to the 10-gallon tank. I put him in there, and I got some smaller plecos to go in that. And it was a lot of fun, and so I went ahead and I bought a 29-gallon tank to put some more freshwater fish in, and I really dabbled into getting like plants and stuff like that, and it was a lot of fun. And I had a friend from work that kept encouraging me to try out saltwater tank, and let me tell you, once I dived into the saltwater, I don't want my freshwater tanks anymore. Although I still have them running, they're still running well. But this is my saltwater tank. I built the stand and myself from scratch. I have a 40-gallon breeder that I have modified. I've taken the top trim off and I've reinforced it with something like a Euro bracing. It's been a great journey so far, and I've built my own sump out of my old 10-gallon tank. So it's been cool. It's been a lot of fun. I just wanted to share my tank, and I'll add a nice little video where you guys can actually see the tank and stuff like that, and just an update on my first update on my fish keeping. So far so good. I have a 6-line wrasse that I got. I knew they were semi-aggressive, but I figured that my fish were going to be okay, given the circumstance that they're pretty hardy fish, and nothing really messes with the clowns. But you can see that he has been messing with my real grandma, but he doesn't look like he's messing with them here recently, so I've kind of left it alone. And my yellow watchman goby, it seems like he's hiding at the moment. So. But I've really enjoyed having coral and all this stuff. The coral has been really fun. I never thought I would enjoy coral so much, but like you can see, I have the GSP over here. I have an elegance coral. I have a galaxy, which almost killed it, and it looks like it's coming back pretty good now. My 2 hammers up front almost killed my green hammer here. It was barely had any polyps left, but it hung in there. So I've had some trials, tribulations, as you can call it, for my tank. So and I've lost a leather coral, which you can see I have another leather coral now. I do like this one better, anyways. But it's been good. It's been a fun journey, and the first time because I originally had a 10-gallon saltwater tank, and I put 2 clowns in it and a cardinal fish, and I got a firefish from a local fish store that I really didn't trust, but I just went for the leap of it just because I really liked the firefish. I thought they were really cool looking, so I got that firefish, and it didn't look like it was in good health. That was bad judgment on my call, and as soon as I moved them from the 10-gallon to my 40-gallon when I was first setting it up, they all died within like maybe a week. The tank was cycled and everything, so it was fine to hold fish, but they ended up having ick. So all my fish died, and then I was a fallow for, I think it was like 7 weeks. I went fallow for with no fish. I just had shrimp and coral. And I wasn't adding anything. I might have added some coral, but there's a local coral shop that I really do trust, and they're very clean. So I knew I wasn't introducing any ick from their tank. So that's why I was fine with adding coral. And then after that, I added 2 more clownfish. And I added in another cardinal fish. And I had them for about 2 weeks, and they died. you gotta think at this point I was frustrated. But you know, I researched and researched and researched, and I couldn't figure out why my fish died. You know, and I did all my parameters and I checked all my parameters. They all looked good, and so I finally checked my pH, and that's one thing I hadn't ever checked before. Like I said, I'm pretty new to this hobby, so I didn't know the effect that you know, the pH would have on fish like this, which I should have known, especially if I was buying saltwater fish in the range. I was so used to the freshwater and how easy they can adapt to the pH fluctuations. That saltwater can't do that, and I found that out the hard way. So my pH has swung, and it was down to like 5. So that would explain why all my fish died the second time around. I stabilized my water on the pH side. I've kept up on. I do 2 water changes a week to try to make sure that pH is level, which is about 10 gallons total a week. Which I've kind of slowed down a little bit. It's not quite 10 gallons a week anymore. But this has been running now. I set this tank up 6 months ago, and off the top of my head, I think these clownfish, this crew has been here for about roughly 2 months now, and these look really good. The coral looks good. I know my tank's doing well because my egg cans are looking better, and especially my SPS up here, the lepto. I almost killed that, but I moved it back where I originally had it, and it's just starting to flourish. So I know the parameters are doing good. My lighting is doing good. I'm currently running Current USA lights, LED lights. I'm only running white lights right now just for the video, but I normally run blues, as you can see here. Doesn't really come through on the camera very well, but it's very pretty in person and it really makes the coral pop a little more. So I usually don't run the whites so there's not so much algae growing. And then I had a huge algae outbreak. As you can see below, I don't know if you can see it. If you can't, I'll basically just cut a little spot in. You can see this. So I built this from scratch from a 10-gallon tank. I used some plexiglass, and I made some chambers and overflows, and made like a little refugium spot. Then it has a return, which is really cool. I really enjoy it. And I was able to put, I don't know, I might not say this right, Kato or Chato. Put that in there to try to help me with my algae problem. I saw no changes. It was still a mess. It was brown stuff all over the place, and it just wasn't stringy. It was like a film almost, and I couldn't get rid of it. No matter how much I cleaned the tank, it wouldn't go away. So I ended up looking into ways to make macroalgae grow better. So I bought a new light because I was just using a regular LED light to try to grow the macroalgae, and it hadn't worked. So I bought this new light, and within like 4 days I could see a difference. So that's why my tank looks pretty clean for the most part. So this light has helped me big time. So yeah, so this is my tank. Like I said, if you guys are curious about my equipment, like I said, I'm running a Current USA bar here. I have the Current USA wave pumps. They synchronize together. I got 2 of them. And then I just have some generic return pump, which actually works really well. So that's how my tank works, and I'll let you guys watch a clip or a couple clips I've taken, and maybe I get a nice couple pictures of some of my progress over the course of 6 months. So here's my update, and hope you've enjoyed. If you do, let me know. If you don't, tell me where I can improve. And if you do like it, hit that little subscribe button and communicate with me. I really like to get the dive down deep with the reef community. So if you guys have any advice, let me know. Take care.
You're not what I should believe.